What's going on, everyone? Happy Sunday to everyone. Hopefully everyone is doing well and staying safe, especially if you live in the Northeast, where we have a historical flooding event that is starting to get underway and is already underway across portions of the Mid-Atlantic. You can see here, starting off with radar scope today, all these green boxes that you see, there are several of them, but there's probably about a dozen of them now. They are flash flood warnings. You can see we have these very heavy areas of rainfall that have developed along a cold front and an area of low pressure that is getting going. We have numerous flood reports coming in from Pennsylvania, down in the Philadelphia area. The Schuylkill Expressway, eastbound, just east of King of Prussia, is shut down at this time. There was water all over the roadway. Now they're still trying to clean up the mud, and look what's happened. There's another storm that has developed right over that area, so it is starting to pour rain again. And look what's going on through northeast Pennsylvania. In the Pocono Mountain region, you have very heavy training rainfall, and unfortunately, this has come at a very bad time. It's the Sunday after 4th of July week, which means that all across the United States, people that went on vacation this week, took the week off because of the holiday falling on a weekday, are now traveling home. So this is a very bad situation. We already have reports of cars getting stranded in floodwaters. Let's take a look at the hazards map, because we do have other hazards to talk about as well. First off, in the Northeast, we have the flash flood watches up from Vermont, New Hampshire, New York, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, portions of Rhode Island, straight through Pennsylvania and New Jersey, all the way down into Virginia and Delaware. There is also a severe weather aspect with this as well, where there are severe thunderstorm watches up for today. There's been a couple severe thunderstorm warnings so far. In the south and even in the southwest, anywhere from California through Texas and into Florida, we have extreme heat today. In the Four Corners region, heat indexes could get as high as 110 degrees yet again today and again tomorrow. This is just an ongoing extreme heat event that does not want to let up. Let's take a look at something that I wanted to show you here. And here is a traffic camera in the Pocono Mountains region of Pennsylvania. This is Interstate 80 in Marshalls Creek, and you can see exactly what I was talking about. It was raining a lot harder in this camera a little bit ago, but it doesn't matter. The damage is done. Look at Interstate 80 eastbound. Bumper to bumper, standstill, gridlock traffic, because you have this very heavy rainfall coupled with the 4th of July holiday travel, and it's just making for disastrous conditions. Let's go over to another very busy roadway. Look at this, the Pennsylvania Turnpike Northeast Extension. You see reds and blacks showing up. That's just very heavy volume, and people just stopped because I was looking at the camera a couple minutes ago, and you could hardly even see the roadway because it was raining so hard. Rainfall rates in these storms are going to be 2 to 3 inches per hour, and I do want to show you this camera. This is where the Schuylkill Expressway was shut down a little bit ago. I'm assuming it is still shut down, and yes, it is. And look at this. Oh, man. So just as they were getting ready to open the roadway, which it looks like they got a funnel, they're going to have one lane going. Look at the rain starting to come down yet again in this camera, and we still have all this debris here that's on the side of the roadway. So if this drain clogs up again, this stretch of roadway will only just flood out again. And the reason why I'm showing you these cameras, because I want to prepare folks that are further north in New York, Connecticut, Western Massachusetts, Vermont. This is all heading your way, and this training is only going to fill in more. There is a rare moderate risk out from the Weather Prediction Center of excessive rainfall, meaning flooding risk is very high within a 25-mile range of any point from just north of D.C. through Pennsylvania, New Jersey, parts of New York State, including New York City, western Connecticut, western Massachusetts, much of Vermont, and western New Hampshire. This is a dangerous event, and unfortunately, if we can get to day 2 to come up here, yes, there is a rare day 2 moderate risk, because as I said, there's an area of low pressure that's developing. You're going to have moisture that's going to be pumping off the Atlantic, pushing in westward, and this is a situation where as you go higher up in elevation, it's providing more lift into the atmosphere, and the moisture will build, and it'll push up against the mountains, and you'll have areas of moisture convergence, and you're going to have flooding. This could be a historical flood event for Vermont, and New Hampshire. There are some model projections, and I'm going to show you one right now. Here's the latest 12Z HRRR model, which goes out 48 hours. You see all these maroons? That's 6+ inches of rain, my friends. You see these orange colors? That is 6 to 10 inches of rain. It's possible when you get moisture convergence like this, which is why I'm very concerned. This is a historical event that's unfolding, and unfortunately, there are going to be road washouts. There was an event back in May, I believe it was, in the state of New Hampshire, where roads did wash out. I think we're going to see a lot of cases of that in western Massachusetts, right on up through the mountainous regions of Vermont. But I also want to show you, look at this. The HRRR model is suggesting that in southeast Pennsylvania and particularly New Jersey, North New Jersey, there could be an area that sees isolated, localized 6+ inches of rainfall. Also, look at this. Southwest Connecticut. That's a concern. You have the very busy Interstate 95. You have the Merritt Parkway. You have Interstate 84. And it's showing another jackpot there of potentially 6+ inches of rainfall. And real quickly, I do also want to show you this. This is the Storm Prediction Center day one outlook for today. And you can see there's a slight risk of severe weather across the Gulf Coast in Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, and Alabama. Not terribly concerned. The biggest threat is wind. There is also another threat across from South Carolina through Pennsylvania. And that is on the East Coast, and that is something we will have to keep an eye on. Real quickly, showing you the NAM model, and you'll see here on the NAM model that this low does continue northward. It will eventually exit the picture of New England by Tuesday. We will have another update on this again tomorrow. Again, if you live in the Northeast, please prepare now. A very extreme, rare summertime flooding event is coming for your area. The West Coast is going to be quiet, but again, extreme heat and very hot. We will have another update on this again tomorrow. Pay close attention to my Threads account, which is at Climate Data Report. I will have updates on this event all day long. If you like this content, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel down below. And if you know anyone who is in the path of this major flooding event that is ongoing, please share it with your friends, family, whoever needs to see this information. And by all means, stay safe, be weather aware, and remember, if you're driving in a car, turn around, don't drown. I will see you all again tomorrow. Have a great afternoon.